Alright, what's up guys? So, Wear Testers has uploaded a video titled Jordan Zion 1. I am reacting to this because I'm overall curious about this shoe myself, but to also, add on to something with this, video to, overall, like in case if there are some, things to add on, but if not, then yeah, it's just another reaction video. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. Guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Wear Testers. I always go to them when I'm trying to figure. There's like a few of these shoes like in the collection, of shoes that I have here where I went to Wear Testers, seen the video and was like, I'm gonna go out and get me them shoes. But anyways, let's go ahead and check this out. Once again, go subscribe to Wear Testers. But anyways,
yo, this man has got his own box.
That's
his
sick.
own tissue paper with its own logo.
That was totally wicked!
I think Russell Westbrook he does in the way. I'm trying to think. It might, because I know because he's a part of the Jordan brand. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, I would say it's his box, but I'm trying to think. I feel like there was another time when I seen a pair of shoes that had his box, and I was like, them aren't that's not Russell Westbrook. Like, is it? I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. Anyways,
For his first signature shoe.
it's nice.
Success.
They have a good smell to it. I'm thinking about getting like the blue ones that glow.
Hey,
in
what's
the
good,
dark.
guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the
There's
official
like purple or something
WearTesters.com
like that,
YouTube
but
channel. Today we
anyways.
got a detailed look on these potential bad boys right here. This, my
They
friends,
do look
is
nice.
the Jordan Zion 1. So first things first, congratulations to Zion. I am happy for you. I'm glad
like
that
a
you got your first
Concord
signature shoe,
colorway.
especially with Jordan brand. I know a lot of people don't like Jordan athlete signature shoes because Jordan is an athlete and a signature athlete at that. So kind of undermines kind of like the whole thing. But us old people got to remember, this is a brand now. You're going to have new faces in here, and this is one of them. But that traction pattern right here.
I never get that. It's like when people, that's why I'm like, hey, yo, people, look, whatever shoes that catches your eye that you like buy them. They ain't got to be like the original Air Jordans or some Yeezys. Shoot, freaking, I got me a pair of black Air Forces. And I'm like, and I'm considering rocking those sometime here soon. But I'm like, it's gonna have to be like in an area where a lot of people ain't gonna be noticing my shoes. But it's like, I'm just saying, jokes aside, get what you like. Like, stop trying to, live up to the hype of like, oh, I gotta get like the craziest of the craziest, like, rarest of the rarest Jordans or any other like Dunks or any other types of shoes. Like, get what you like. Like, a good portion of these shoes are like, they're not, like big shoes that everybody, be like going crazy over. But anyways,
Looks interesting. My first thought when I first saw the shoe unveiled was the Jordan 23's outsole. After having both of them in hand, I was wrong. It's just not even close.
Not even a little bit.
I saw somebody compare
It looks
the
similar,
Zion
though.
outsole to the Jordan 2x3.
Wasn't that full herringbone though?
I don't know. Now I'm thinking
2
more
by
they just
3? I've
need
never heard of
the
that.
whole
Like the shape.
rock.
I had noticed that when I was doing the B-roll where this slope back here, while it looks bubbly and stuff, I just think that's gonna be so smooth from heel to toe, especially for somebody like him, where for someone like me, this is great because I can stop and transition into a shot, right? So I can like pop onto my toes real quick, but for someone like Zion, he's not necessarily shooting, he's probably going to be leaping out of the gym. For something like that, that's gonna, again, aid someone in rolling into their stride or their plant really nicely. So I think that that's a great aspect on the shoe right there. But again, they're just not the same. I was like, man,
it's
that's
like
cool, but no. I don't
can
see a lot of
see
DNA
it,
from
but
the
it's-
brand
yeah.
itself in the shoe. Well, this is not a great example. There's like, what number are we on? 35. We're on 35 Air Jordans. Hot damn, that's a lot. These are beautiful, by the way, okay? Okay. They're clunky as, but like they're a basketball shoe.
They
Look at
look
that
heavy.
leather. That's a signature basketball shoe. The materials on these guys, you could tell they were staying under budget, man. They were just like,
Oh, yeah.
we don't have a lot to work with here. That's
because the shoes are like 120. It's like, it's not like it's, I mean, it's like not even like really like crap on Zion Williamson, but it's like, it ain't like he's big enough to get like the premium material $200, $220, priced shoe. Like, this man is just starting off, so it just wouldn't make sense to put that much material in it and then not knowing that it's gonna be good or not. Because it's like, okay, they do that, and then the shoes end up sitting on shelves for like all this time, and it's like, okay, they go from 220 to freaking like 80 something dollars. So it's like, yeah, you don't want it to be a situation where it's kind of like with the Ball family And when they released their first signature shoe, it's like, you're not going to pay no $500 for some shoe and it just came out. Like, no, you ain't gonna do that. Like, with some OG Jordans, yes. With some, like, you know, original shoes, yeah. But it's like some shoes that just got started, no. Just like, it's kind of, you guys see, it's like, you being an athlete, you're not gonna get like the Russell Wilson or LeBron James or Ronaldo like contract. No, you gonna get the contract that's like the starting off, the beginner contract. You're gonna get the you know, the starter kit, but you ain't gonna get like the premium kit. So if that makes sense. But anyways,
that's the only bummer about these, but I'll get into that
no
in a
disrespect.
second. Now the
I
second
still
thing
like
a
the
lot of
shoes,
people
though.
like to compare these with, upon first glance, they're not wrong. They do have some very similar features. This rubber edge to the toe, to the midsole, the line, the top line, everything. Even the weird like Z-like patterns. It's very similar. Not the same, but it is very similar, so I see what people are saying. This is one of the best dames of all time. But I do think that the traction should work well unless you're in a super dusty court, and for me, I don't even get a chance to get in a court, man. I'm still in California, still outside of a gym, still outside, so these guys will probably last. You know what I mean? The rubber doesn't feel hella pliable, so for anybody wondering, but yeah, I think that this will have like a nice little bite to it. Now the midsole is where someone like me, where I can't get in the gym still, but I can play outside, is that the cushion I think will be a beast, because we actually have, for the first time ever since they introduced the air strobles, we have a double stacked one of each. So the midsole itself is Phylon, it's lightweight, nothing special there, but we have a full-length air strobel like what we see in the PG4 and 5. However, underneath that, right in the forefoot, they've got an air zoom unit. And I will say, that was a cool touch, man, because I really like Zoom Air. I think that Zoom Air is better than regular air, and I like that they use both. You know what I mean? Like, it was a nice touch.
I'm curious about
how it feel. For a lot of players.
And I'm wondering if they're gonna be true to size. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm trying to give you, like, you know, some nice, like, you know, shoes for my birthday coming up here soon. So that's why I was like, that's why I'm sitting here watching this video, because I'm like, hey yo, like, is it gonna be worth it?
Gives you a little bit of everything.
That's one thing that I really like paying attention to, like true to size and comfort. Like, am I gonna put these shoes on? Am I gonna have to go up half a size or go down half a size? Like, am I gonna walk in these and just be like, my feet hurt? Like, I remember, I think it wasn't the special editions, the Westbrook's 0.2s. It was, I think it was just the ones they came out with, those ones in the beginning of the year. Then they came out with like the SE ones afterwards. And I remember like the SE ones, because I got the blue ones, and it was like these like pinkish red ones, and those ones was comfortable. But the ones that wasn't SE was like, hey yo, like, I honestly feel like I'm wearing some wooden shoes. Like, I feel like if it was like some old Disney movie and that was like the character, those would be the shoes. Like, like my feet was hurting, and I'm like, nah, bro, I can't wear these. And then I think I tried on the SEs, and I'm like, why do they feel different? That's weird. But I'm like, now I'm curious. I'm like, was I just like, I don't know, was like, did somebody slip something in my food and I was just hallucinating that they were uncomfortable? I'm confused, but anyways.
Everything like that best of both worlds. You got a little bit of that plushness, plus a little bit of that spring back underneath the forefoot. I like it a lot. Especially for the price, $120, 2 cushion setups, it's not bad. Look at that big ass outrigger though, man. That thing's huge.
You said
that top-down view, man. I was like, "Yo, you roll your ankles in these, man."
It's definitely that's like, that's what she said moment.
But I think that's going to be great for stability. It does not feel like a big man shoe. It feels like an everyman shoe. So for anybody curious, if you're little like me, or if you're big like Zion, I think it should suit you well. I am surprised with the materials though. Like I was saying,
he has to be stable, because it's like that band. You know, when my thing is like, okay, if he's coming like, you know, back after a dunk and things, and he's like, you know, jumps down. He can't be like, you know, wobbling and stuff and mess around and catch an injury out there. But it's like, you know, it's like, it has to, I feel like somebody like him, it has to be a stable shoe. Like, you can't have like an unstable shoe or a shoe that's too loose and things. It's like, it's either your foot's gonna come busting out the side of the shoe, or you're just gonna be in a situation where it's like you laid down the court holding your leg and things because your shoe done messed you up. So I would like to hope and think that a shoe wouldn't do that to you, but you never know.
Earlier, that's the part where I feel like they kind of like, we're given a budget, they can only afford so much. That pretty much was the cushion. The upper just kind of reflects all of that, because we've got a lot of 2011 right here. A lot of fuse, a lot of just basic textiles, plus a little bit of that ripstop stuff that's on everything nowadays. And I just don't think that this is the best upper for a signature debut on an athlete so big. And I'm not talking about like, you know, his prowess or whatever, like he's popular.
Still, it's like they can't, you know, give him a, you know, especially probably down the road where it's like I do see where he will have like some more like better premium shoes and stuff. But as of now, it's like, okay, like, you know, you guys see this, like he's not like, you know, like he is a big player, but he's just not big enough to have like some big signature shoe. Because this, and I feel like something like this had to already be in the making prior beforehand, you know, when like everybody knew of his signature shoe and stuff. So it was like, okay, you know, we don't really know what the future is gonna hold. We don't know what's gonna happen, but it's like we do have to do something since you're signed with our brand. And but it's like, this is the budget. What do you like? This, and you know, there's a process with it. But yeah, overall, it's like, you know, he can't. They're seeing it as like he's isn't no different than somebody that got signed the same year as him and is not, you know, up there with Zion. Like, nah, you know, he's getting treated just the same as everybody else. So
everything, but I'm talking about like he's a big guy. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine Shaq wearing this? He'd probably blow right through these.
Size 22?
Yeah, like, and I'm just kind of like, bro, this material though, like, I swear he blew these out when he was wearing the PG 2.5s. You know what I mean? So it's like, why are they on his signature shoe? You couldn't find any leather lying around anywhere? You had to use plastic? So am I mad about the materials? Not really. It is basically in line with everything that you see today. There is one shining bright spot, and that's this little piece on the toe. This is a fused material. However, it looks and feels like leather. And so in my mind, I'm like, bro, why didn't you use that where all of the fuse is? Why are we still with this plastic stuff? So yeah, I just don't like the materials. I think the materials are the budget part of the shoe. Again, you can tell that they were given something to work with. A lot of that.
I just hope that when he did get these shoes, that was just running through my mind. Like, I wonder how he reacted when he got these shoes. But it's like, remember, then a kid, like, there was a video of a kid giving Zion Williamson some shoes, and he was just like, or who was it? I think it was it Zion or was it Kawhi? Look, somebody was giving some shoes and they had no reaction. And I'm like, I feel like Zion, he's that type of person where he's seen these shoes and he was just like holding them and just looking at it. He was like, how you liking it, Zion? He's like, they cool. And it was just, you know, they were probably expecting, or who knows, maybe he did have a big reaction to it. But I just feel like he just kind of, you know, shook his head and was just like, you know, I'll wear these out in the court.
Something went into the cushion, and the rest of it was just kind of like, well, that's all we got left. The tongue especially, man, this tongue is awful. One of them thin with the felt.
I remember him talking
about it. At least they put a little
like
vent
that
down there. I really like that, because this tongue is one piece. So at
didn't
least there's
LeBron
some sort of
18s have a
ventilation
tongue
down
like
there.
that?
But they did so much good stuff on the
about
bottom, and then they negated it with all this crap on the top. And I know it's not his shoe, okay? I know that this is MJ's shoe, but still, this is a big difference. Like, this is premium. This is not. This is a signature shoe. What is it?
Father and son.
Of the material, it makes sense to me because you're making it so that this shoe is marketable to everybody.
I definitely agree with that.
If you want to, say, have another rendition with the leathers for the
probably
people
like
who aren't
150.
vegan, but this just makes it so that it's accessible to everybody.
Okay,
this is what made the shoe 120, and that's what makes the shoe accessible to most people, adults, children, because that's who's really going after these. I don't see a lot of adults going after the first Zion shoe unless they're collectors, but a lot of kids are going to want to wear his shoe, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, he's that next generation's athlete, and this is that current generation's material setup. So I'm coming from a different era, so just understand where I'm coming from, and I understand where they're coming from. I understand that there's budgets and stuff. It's just that to me, when you have this one, at least that one's nice. That should be everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but at least wherever the rest of the plastic is. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size. They are slightly on the snug side, which I was kind of surprised with, but to me, it feels great. So if you were interested in that snug one-to-one fit, true to size is what I'd recommend. If you're able to try them on in store, that's exactly what I'd recommend if you're a wide footer, and they will be available by the time they see this video. It'll probably be today. So they're going to be available today. If you're in the Sacramento or Elk Grove area, make sure that you hit up Phenom, because they have this colorway, full size run, and again, retails $120. And then as far as everywhere else, Phenom Global might have them on their .com, so we'll leave them down below in the description box with the links and everything. So what do you think about these? Are they cool? Are they not cool?
I'm here to talk about the logo
Let's
because
talk
I like
about the
it
logo.
so much.
I do think that the logo is badass.
Especially how they were able to implement it down the back.
I thought that it was
Lightning
just for the back string, like the nylon tab, but then I saw that that's just the logo,
Yeah.
and I think that that's really cool. I think it's great that they put the initials
Kinda like a 90s
on the
vibe
tongue,
to it.
and then they offset that with the Jumpman. Yeah, I just think that these are a neat shoe. I don't like the materials. I just don't.
Really?
I know. I know. Surprise, surprise. But yeah.
I missed all of that.
Yeah, I don't really dig the materials, but otherwise I think that the cushion setup is like what saves these things. I think that's what really is drawing people into the shoe, aside from the price point, is just that cushion got the full length air plus zoom underneath it. And it's not even like a little teeny rectangle zoom. It's a regular zoom air unit, like what you see in like a Jordan 13 or a Jordan 14. It's awesome, man.
I'm sure the name is helping as well.
That's the part that I am curious about, because again, Zion's that next generation athlete. Kid's like what, 19, 20, something like that? He's young.
I just feel like I've been hearing about him for a very long time, and he wasn't even in the NBA.
Yeah.
But for me to know the name, like, that's a big deal.
That's
Well, that's
facts.
just how big he was. But like I said, he's that next
He was
generation.
killing it in
athlete.
college. Like, nah, because I just remember hearing his name a lot. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, he's definitely going to make it to the NBA. If he doesn't make it to the NBA, somebody in the NBA don't like him. But no, it was like this man was having highlight videos left and right. And I'm like, who is Zion Williamson? So, nah, Zion definitely, he's killing it and things. And I felt like it only made sense he had a signature shoe from a big brand and stuff, whether it had been Jordan or Nike or Adidas, somebody. But yeah, it's like he deserves this right here. So
Though. That's what I'm saying. So I think that this is geared more towards the younger crowd, like the high school athlete crowd. I think that they're really going to dig
I'll
this.
buy
I
them
am
shoes
curious
right now.
about the adults. Someone my age came from watching a Jordan or an Iverson or whatever. Like, are you even remotely interested in it? You know what I mean? Or you're just like, I
Makes
don't do Team
sense.
Jordans. I really don't like that. I grew up on Team Jordan, so like I don't like that mindset. And this feels like a Team Jordan, material-wise. They really should have. They really. No, I'm being serious.
he ain't letting it go.
I'm being serious, man. This is the
He
kid's
is
first
not
shoe.
letting it
I
go.
know.
You couldn't put a strip of leather on there? Like, you telling me that there's not a little bit of leather somewhere lying around anywhere?
Nope.
I find that real hard to believe.
Nope. They're all being recycled so they can go on other shoes.
They put it all on the Jordan
Yes.
MA2, and that's what they did. They found all the leather. They were like, put it on that joint. Zion could deal with the fuse and the mesh, because he didn't blow through one of those in his Duke days. That boy went right through that shoe. It was built just like this.
It was a rip heard around the world.
Yeah. But anyways, that pretty much takes care of it for these guys. Let us know
Was
what you
that
think about
him?
the Zion 1 down below in the comment section.
Where did,
Are
like,
you
the-
amped to play in a pair? Or are you just kind of like, whatever, I don't play in Team Jordans? And that's what this looks like to you. Sound off below. Let me know. Again, if you were interested in grabbing a pair, they're going to be available on Friday, which might be today,
The 23rd.
to you guys. Okay, it's not today for me, but it might be today for you. And again, they will be available for $120. So with that being said,
This
thank
is
you
in
once again for
April,
watching.
okay.
Thanks for all the support. And until next time, guys, have a good one. Oh, and hopefully I can
bloopers?
get a performance review done of these sometime in the near future, because pandemic season.
And people,
Yeah.
stop telling us to move away from California. We're Californians.
I know.
We bought this house.
I like
we
it
have
here.
people here.
I like it here. I don't deal with the politic bullshit. I like California. The weather is nice, except for in Sacramento. The weather here is awful. I miss the Bay Area.
It's like, yeah, I was about to sound like, yeah, come out here in freaking Washington, be out here during the winter, and next thing you know, it's like 30, like 20, 30 degrees for no reason. It's like, I can see him trying to do a performance review video out in the freezing cold. There are gyms out there, though, where you can play basketball and stuff. Would gym? Oh, yeah, there's a gym. It's like down the street from like the like local mall and stuff. It's like in that area and things, but yeah, you know, and I'm trying to think. Actually, no, and they also did build a basketball court. I should do like my own performance review videos, but a lot of these shoes, I kind of like abuse them out, just wearing them on sidewalks and chasing down buses and crap, like when I work in downtown Seattle. So I feel like the shoes wouldn't have like the best, performance and stuff, but anyways, but yeah, make sure you go subscribe to Weird Testers for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.